Hey guys, it's Car Guy 11. I'm with my buddy Brandon, and we're in his brand new 2022 C8 Corvette Stingray Z51 with mag ride, right?
Correct.
And yeah, it's been a few years since I've been in this vehicle. I did review Horsepower Obsessed C8 a few years back, but you know, I wanted to get in it again and check it out. I haven't experienced launch control in this vehicle yet, and actually Brandon hasn't either since
We will today.
Yeah, we're gonna experience it today. He just got past his break-in mile, so we're able to do that. And yeah, I just want to get a good feel of it, and already do like the seats better in this vehicle compared to my C7. I don't have the comp seats. These are not the comp seats either, but these
are GT2. And I've never sat on that side. If you reach down on the side wings are adjustable on passenger and driver as well.
Okay. Oh, and this is a 2LT, so you get what controls are mine? For the
bottom, all the bottom climate controls.
Okay, so I'm gonna put my cooled seats on, which is, oh yeah, I already feel that, which is nice. I wish my car had it. My car's a 1LT, unfortunately. Yeah, it's interesting just pulling out, like hearing the engine behind you instead of in front of you. That's a different experience. I mean, you still have a long dash. The dash is very long, but the hood is shorter, of course. Also, guys, it's funny because Brandon had a C7 Z51 just like mine, manual and everything. I think it was almost identical, and he traded it in for the C8. Again, similar color as well. It's the Elkhart Lake blue now instead of the Laguna blue, but it's pretty cool. We love our blue cars. So
that's actually how we met, because you were checking this car out at a car show because you like the blue car, and we got into discussing. Once I saw yours, realized it was almost identical to what I came from.
No, it's good to compare the two. I'm trying to decide as well, because you know, the C8 Z06, the pricing just got released, which is, you know, unfortunately a little higher than I thought it was going to be, but it's one of the 2023 sports cars I'm considering, and I made a video a while back. That was one of the four choices that I'm contemplating. So I wanted to get back into this car, see how it feels, and you know, see which one's going to be the best one for me.
You can probably notice the difference already between your C7 in tour mode of how plush this is. In tour mode, I actually would borderline compare this to a Cadillac with how smooth it runs.
It is pretty smooth. Feels pretty good. Feels more solid than the C7 as well, the chassis.
Yes,
a little more rigid.
I haven't noticed any flex in this car yet.
Yeah, and I just really noticed the lack of road noise, tire noise. Like in the C7, you have the big hatch, so you're hearing the big tires in the rear resonate, all of that. And this you don't, because it's a closed cockpit. There's a piece of glass right behind your head, closing off the engine bay there. It's super quiet and refined in here, so that is nice for cruising. Although, since this is a better cruiser, I do wish it had adaptive cruise control like my Supra. That would be ideal for you know, taking long trips and stuff. But unfortunately, they have not included that on the C8 generation.
Now we just bumped it up to sport mode.
Okay.
Which the exhaust steps up. Steering feedback, a little more brake feedback, and of course it firms up the suspension.
Yeah, that is strange about the brake pedal in these. These are brake by wire.
Correct.
So you can actually adjust that. How do you like that, the brake pedal?
So far, I like it a lot. It's very intuitive, because if you're changing your modes and you're doing spirited driving, I feel that in sport or track, you want more feedback. You don't want it real plush. Coming from the third late model, I didn't have power brakes. I like to be able to convert it to more of a race car feel than a daily driver feel.
Is it like the pedal travel, or just like
the firmness? We can bump it over in the track mode, because there's a little bit of ripples on this road, so you'll actually feel it a little bit better.
Okay. Oh, okay, and I felt the transmission downshift.
They dropped a gear while I was completely off the gas. When you go into track mode, this thing wants to be ready all the time. The
but it's not harsh at all. It still rides nice. There's some curves coming up. We can see how she handles. Feel any understeer?
Nope, none whatsoever.
Yeah, lots of grip for sure. All right, guys, we are going to try launch control. In order to get into launch control, you have to be in a PTM mode in track. And this is the first time for both of us. So.
Hold my beer.
Yeah, oh yeah. Nice.
3 seconds on that one.
Oh shoot! The 0 to 60 timer automatically comes up, which is cool. The C7 has that as well, but it doesn't automatically come up like that. That's pretty good. And I think it was revving to what, like 3 or 4,000?
3,500.
3,500 is where the RPMs were sticking there. And since it's a dual clutch, it can do that. Can you adjust what RPM you launch it at? Or?
No, I believe it
Okay.
Once it stabilizes at 3,500, that's when you launch it.
Okay.
Being that was the first time, I might have been a little soft with releasing the brake, so that might contribute for a little bit of drag. I've seen all different things. The car's rated at 2.8. There's some people that are getting 2.6. Some people are getting 3.
Okay.
Depends on elevation, road surface. It's kind of all over the place.
Right.
And we literally just started moving, so the tires aren't really warm.
Yeah, that felt good though. That was a fun launch. And you know, I recommend you do not use launch control on a C7 manual. And if you guys remember, I blew the diff in my manual C7 using launch control, which actually revved it higher, like 4,500 RPM. It is where the rev stabilized there. So I definitely don't recommend using it. All right, guys, we're gonna try a acceleration from a stop without launch control this time to see, what the time would be. It's not exactly a level surface, but it's close enough. So. 4.1. Oh.
So it's like a second slower.
That's what I mean. The launch control on that really helps because you're able to rev that engine or launch the engine at 3,500 RPM versus, the clutch kicks in right away there. Now, this is a fun car for sure. You'd lose maybe some of the rawness of the C7 and of course the manual, but otherwise it's definitely faster. And there's another video on the channel to show that. Not gonna say who was in those cars, but
I believe that one was also filmed in Mexico.
Yes. Guys, tell us what you think of each car in the comments below. And do you own a C7? Do you own a C8? Which one do you prefer? Do you want the manual, the auto? Obviously, this auto blows the C7 generation auto out of the water. Guys, give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next video.